Hi, everybody. Harry, hey, hi, hi. Oh my gosh, whatever. Hold up, y'all. Remove. F you, Twitter. I swear. I hate Twitter. I used to love Twitter and I hate Twitter. So I used to really like Twitter. Let's speculate. Shout out to Didi. Hey, love. Hey, Layla. How are you? I'm letting the people get in here. Give the people some time to get in here. How's everybody doing, y'all? Oh my god. Hey, Hungry Hellman. Hey, David. Hey, Search for You. How are you, love? Welcome. Let the people get in here. Give the people some time to get in here, y'all. Hi, Michael. Hey, Chrissy Kitty. Welcome. Welcome everybody. How's everybody doing? You actually got a notification? Wow, Tony, that's amazing. Hey, tu mama. How are you? Hey, Deanna, welcome. Hey, Tina. Hey, by the way, Jen, Pika, everybody. Hola desde Puerto Rico. Shout out to you, love. Jody, who's in the house, welcome. Hey, guys, thank you again for the beautiful, wonderful birthday wishes, the cash apps, um, everything that y'all sent me. Yesterday was my birthday and y'all made it phenomenal. Thank you guys again. Y'all are amazing. Thank you. Um did Brian sleep with Liam? I don't know. So since you brought this up, I'm working on something as we speak that is going to a lot of people are going to feel some type of way about it, but I got to release it. And I'm going to do it in a way in which, regarding Liam and just some updates that I have on that. So yeah, stay tuned. Stay tuned. We're going to talk about Liam, but not particular to Brian quite yet. Um, let's see what you guys are saying. Hey, Anon Snark, welcome. Thank you. We'll enjoy your vacations. Shout out to you, TLC and me. Iron Rabbit got notified. DC, welcome. Hey, everybody. VD Kitten. You said Blue Skies is better? I mean, I'm just tired of I feel like I remember when I first had my Twitter account and just being so excited about Twitter because I really like Twitter. I don't like Twitter anymore. I haven't liked Twitter in a couple years. I think part of it too is like once the name change, it was just like, nah, no Twitter for me. I'm good. Um, are you? Oh my god. Well, you are amazing. Thank you for doing that. You're amazing. Shout out to my beautiful people that donate and, everybody it's an amazing thing to do. So, DC, thank you for doing that. Shout out to you and I hope your friend is doing well. Thank you. Twitter is very toxic. Hey, Fatma, welcome. I want to say Fatima because I have a sister name. It's one of the names. Um, well, is that it's like in her middle name or something. But shout out to you. I don't think that that's your name though, because you don't have the I there. Leah, welcome. Maria, welcome. Dizzy, Destiny, welcome. Tina's in the house. Pika, welcome. Everybody. Did anybody notice? No, I did not, Melissa. Um, Shout out to you. Bless your heart. Absolutely. Twitter is awful. I'm now on Blue Skies. Well, Tinkle Tits had definitely recommended Blue Skies, so I might have to check it out. But Twitter wasn't as bad as it's just become such a bad place. That's how I feel it. Smooth Steve, welcome. Broccoli Ref. Shout out to you, love. Welcome everybody. I hope you're doing well, Smooth Steve. Oklahoma Outlaw, welcome, love. Jen's like, I don't have that Twitter. You said you're donated for Duty Ron? Really? Really? I mean, how is Duty Ron? By the way, shout out to Duty Ron, y'all. Make sure you guys go show some love and support to Mr. Duty Ron. Amazing guy. Love his content. Love listening to him. He's one of the good guys. It's nationwide, no snitching code in effect. All right. No, it's not off topic, to mama. It's in we're gonna get to it because we have so much to talk about. with this whole United Healthcare thing. I just didn't realize, like how crazy people are. And we got some pictures of the assailant and whatnot. What we're gonna show that, we gotta talk about it. But one of the things before we even get there, we gotta talk about Diddy's laptop and why this came to the thing, right? Like, I'm like, are we really having a whole conversation about Diddy's laptop when it's like, I mean, you already know that the guy is like not going to follow any type of laptop restrictions. He's not even following the restrictions that have been put in place for him. Y'all really think that he's going to get into some kind of proxy? Hey, Sylvia. Yes. I mean, what do y'all think? Why is this even a topic? Why? I don't know. But apparently, Diddy's laptop restriction behind bars, fighting to stay out of prison for the rest of his life on a S trafficking charge. More Sean Diddy Combs, and more. Sean Diddy Combs now wants more screen time. For what exactly? I don't know. Let me know. So Diddy, I mean, I can. Is he gonna get like a proxy? I don't know. I know Diddy's still acting like a privileged person at this point. I'm like, I remember, people didn't have access to laptops. They'd sit there and have a little notebook with a pen, and that was enough. Like, why does he need all this access? What is the point? But he's fighting for more access. Maybe he's trying to log into his Instagram or something. Facing one of the prosecutors who helped put Jeffrey Epstein, right hand woman, Maxwell, I can never say her first name, behind bars and recently denied his 50 million bail request for the third time. The "Can't Nobody Hold Me Down" performer complained Wednesday to a federal judge that Uncle Sam isn't letting him have access to a laptop in his cell. I am so over this. Can he just sit there? Right, David, tell him. Just sit there. More Diddy nonsense. I mean, honestly, like, I'm so over this with him. And like, I'm like, does anybody, this should be I don't give a fuck news at this point when it comes to Diddy. Like, we don't give a fuck news. Like, he needs to just calm down. What did Nicki Minaj say? Hold up. Here it is.
Ay, Dios mío. Cálmate, por favor.
She said, "Ay, Dios mío, cálmate, por favor." Like, that is Diddy. Diddy needs to just calm down. All right. Take it, sit down, and do something with yourself because you're doing too much. You're trying, I don't know what it is that he wants. Okay. You said Amanda's like, why don't they give him an old school word processor? You know what, Amanda? What the fuck is a word processor anymore? People don't even know what that is. You're like, what is a word processor? Tell the young kids, do you know what a word processor is? No. What is that? Does it process words? Okay. He needs to be he needs to have all of his social media coverage monitored. Like, even with his family, I know that they gave him access, but he needs to just sit down. Sit down, Diddy. Take several seats. Okay? Get you a little typewriter. You remember the old school typewriters when you like the ones that you have to actually like push the thing to take it back, every so often. So it'd be like push the thing and then you type in. I love those. The ones that are so noisy. You just kind of be going like this and it's so loud and then bing, ching, and then you push the thing back. Is it? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. The ones that had like the little chinging ching to it, and then you push the little thing back and it resets you to like the first sentence. I like those. I thought they were cute. I used to have one when I was younger, and they were heavy as hell though, like the old school ones. Then you had the old school ones when you just like you literally are typing and your fingers going all the way in the thing to type. It's too much. Oh my God. You said, yeah, my sister filled out her college application with those old school typewriters. Yeah, one of the manual ones. There you go. That's how you learn. Kelly, thank you for being a member for 7 months. Shout out to you. But you know what? Diddy's upset right now. It is what it is. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I mean, this is literally, Rita, this is the I don't give a fuck Diddy news. Now, of course, if we have another lawsuit that breaks or some kind of what's the word, update to his criminal case, and we're going to talk about it. But this is literally, we don't care about you not having extra time. Okay. And apparently it said, we write on behalf of Mr. Combs to request that court direct the MDC to provide Mr. Combs with a laptop prepared for him by the government and allow him to use a laptop in his unit, consistent with the way other inmates on his units are prepared to use their laptops, declared a letter. You can read it there. Wednesday, of course, Mark Agnifilo wrote this letter to the judge about his client's ability to look at documents digitally in a Brooklyn Metropolitan Detention Center. 2 months after he was charged and detained, November 25th, 2024, the government provided the MDC with a laptop that Mr. Combs can use to review discovery, take notes related to the case, otherwise assist in his defense. This is what Agnifilo added, who has successfully represented the high profile likes of now IMF head and one-time leader, French presidential contender Dominique Strauss-Kahn in his rape trial. Well, don't forget the Keith Raniere case too. In the 9 days since then, Mr. Combs has still not been provided with the laptop despite numerous inquiries by the defense counsel. Okay. So let me ask you guys a question. Like, if Agnifilo's being paid a lot of money to represent Diddy, and like, is Diddy also working on his case behind bars? Like, is that even safe? Like, for me, if I had all this money and I'm paying Agnifilo to represent me, I'm not going to be working on this case. I'm going to have Agnifilo and his people do it. Is that wrong for me to say that? Like, I guess I'm trying to understand. Maybe if I'm facing a RICO case, maybe I want to, of course, I'm going to look into stuff and stuff like that. But like behind bars, really, when I'm a high profile person, I wouldn't want, like, I already have a target on my back. Why would I need to be going through case files and stuff like that? I guess I don't know. I don't know. Why does he think? Well, and I think, to be fair, it sounds like a lot of inmates have a laptop. Diddy apparently is being targeted. I mean, he wants more time. You said you got to pass the time somehow. Yeah, that's true. But I mean, what happened to like just being able to write on notebook and paper? That would, that would drive anybody crazy. But I mean, where we're at. Diddy's way too used to running the show to be able to concede that authority to his own lawyer. You think it's like a control thing? Maybe. I don't know. You said if the jail did give Diddy unlimited free computer time, he'd probably complain that he didn't have a typewriter. He complains to complain. I mean, let me know what you guys think. I want the man to be able to defend himself. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, it's like, yo, it's you have a top attorney that has the resources that's on the outside. Why do you also need to do all that he's doing? I guess I'm confused. I don't know. I think there are iPads and what you can watch on the movie are not necessarily something you can send emails on. I don't know. I am smooth Steve. Shut up. Diddy needs to help his lawyers about who possible witnesses might be. Right. Like I was like thinking about this too, Iron Rabbit. Like, is this him not having a laptop or iPads or whatever? Like, is it a need or is it just a request? Is there a difference? They're limited pads, not laptops, says Bridget. Okay. I got you, y'all. Okay. He's a control freak. I mean, I guess we'll see. But at the end of the day, like because I want there to be a fair trial, because I still do, even though in my opinion, I mean, what else is there to this? Um, like if it's a tool for him to defend himself, I just feel like, do you need it or can Ignifilo do all this? Like, don't you have attorney meetings where you all can review these witnesses? It's a want, not a need. Gotcha. It can be used as a weapon. I mean, and they have internet, I'm assuming, right? Because otherwise, why would you use something without internet? I don't know. Is Wim awake? I don't know. I told everybody I was going live. Did I tell everybody? I did. That we're live. I don't know. Is Wim awake? Let me know. Let me know. Y'all wake up, Wim. Okay. Anyways, again, that is we don't give a shit news about Diddy being Diddy and requesting shit. Honestly, I'm like, let's get it together. Okay. Let's talk about Liam Payne real quick. Liam Payne's friend Roger Norris blames Argentina hotel for singer's death. And this is the investigation. Oh my gosh. Of course, he's blaming the hotel because he doesn't feel like he's responsible for shit and he's trying to change the narrative. That's what he's trying to do. Rogelio Norris is accusing that the Casa Sur Palermo Hotel playing a part in Singer's death, according to the legal documents obtained by TMZ. Notice filed a complaint stating that the Argentinian hotel should be included in the investigation into Liam Payne's death. Now, let me stop right here because the update that we got straight from the prosecutor's office is that they're doing that. They are going forward. They're going to be charging more people. That's what they're going to do. Okay. None of this changes what they're planning to do whatsoever. As it shouldn't. They should move forward and charge all the people. But Rogelio Norris is also one that should be charged. So TMZ got these legal documents, again, legal documents that are being shared to TMZ by Rogelio Norris' team because this is not available to the public quite yet. Notice filed a complaint stating that Argentina hotels should be included in the investigation, and they are. This is still an ongoing investigation, claiming that the hotel didn't properly provide safety for Payne during his stay. Yeah, but you knew that Liam was taking medication. You were in the email. You were mingling with his fans and being that middle front person. So I don't want to hear it. Rogelio Norris is trash. A world famous person was staying with obvious signs of going through a crisis caused by drug intake. At the very moment, they did not even make an effort there to make up for their legal omission of having a 24-hour doctor. Oh, so this is what Notice is doing. He's putting the blame on the hotel. Okay. Well, Notice knew. Notice was providing substances to Liam. Notice is trash for this, but okay. Notice alleged that the hotel manager was aware Payne was intoxicated and claimed a doctor should have been present at the establishment from the time he checked in. He further accused the hotel staff of doing nothing to help Payne and said that the hotel manager left Payne alone in his room before his fatal fall. See how trash? I'm like, yeah, but that was your friend and you didn't do shit to help your friend. So, Rogelio's going to do what he's going to do to defend himself. That's what he's going to do. I blame both of them. They both need to be charged. I blame both. Exactly, Annie. Typical. Like he acts like there's no text messages between Rogelio and Liam where there is this drug conversation exchange. He knew. He plays dumb. He does. They need to be held accountable. All of them. Hotel staff, everybody. So that is Rogelio Norris news. I have another video that's coming up on that. Working on that. I'm working on some translations as we speak, you guys. So y'all see that. I mean, it takes a couple hours to get everything going, but yeah, we're gonna get that on another video. Roger and Diddy sound a lot alike, right? Mm-mm-mm. Did y'all hit the like button? Okay. You guys, this case right here, I was talking to somebody this morning, and this is just getting so bizarre. Just bizarre. Just bizarre. Cryptic words were found on bullet casing at scene of CEO Brian Thompson killing. And then they got a picture of the shooter. Yo, the guy is smiling. And I believe this was like at a Starbucks. This, they got his face. This is like straight out of a movie. No, Dizzy Dimension, I don't believe. Do you think it's right to put someone behind bars before being found guilty? No, I don't. I don't. Are you referencing Dizzy to something specifically? Let me know. They already shown the CEO's assassin space here in NYC. He stays at a hostel with 2 other men. Says Roe. Oh my God. That don't look like a lady. That looks like a man. Look at that chin. You guys, he's like, I believe this was hours before the shooting. That is where he bought the water bottle. Thank you, Sister Soul. That's a man. I mean, the chin, he's got a very, I don't know. The facial features are very manly. You said it could be a man. To me, he looks male. And I'm assuming. I don't know. You said that's a pretty man, not a woman. Weird. I don't know. Anyways, really? I didn't know this. Not Jake Gyllenhaal. I know he's not, but he resembles Jake Gyllenhaal. Yo, I know. Oh, I can't get that image off my head. Vic. Jake Gyllenhaal. It does. Now she said it. Now I can't get it out of my face. No. Okay. Vic. Vic just came in here and just I'm like, I cannot. Now that you said that, I can't unsee it. All right. So this shell casings with cryptic words were found at the scene of a shooting of Brian Thompson, the CEO of United Healthcare, who was killed outside of a Manhattan hotel in New York. Okay. The officials confirmed the reports that the casings had the words deny, defend, and depose written on them, but did not specify how many shell casings were found. This is according to the NPR member station. The words are similar to the title of the 2010 book, Delay, Deny, Defend? Why Insurance Companies Don't Pay Claims and What You Can Do About It by J.M. Is it Feeman? Whoa. Didn't we knew that this was going. Y'all said it yesterday. All in one casing? That's a great question, James. Delay, deny, and defend. Why insurance companies don't pay claims and what you can do about it. So the officials confirmed reports that the casing had the words deny, defend, and depose written on them, but did not specify how many shell casings were found. Like, was this in one? So, all right. So there you go. I mean, this was somebody that was denied a claim, that was angry. Some of you guys said that yesterday. Tu mama, you ain't never lie. Yeah, was it like one bullet with that engraving. And you would imagine like how small that engraving would be if it's all the 3 words in one bullet. But okay, to be fair, deny, defend, and depose. The book is delay, deny, and defend. Oh my god. Okay. A manhunt for the shooter is underway as police are trying to piece together details surrounding Thompson's death near early Wednesday morning. A photo of a person of a person of a person interest in the shooting was released by the New York PD on Thursday morning. Yo, he's like laughing. Rhiannon says, or their child's claim was denied. Thank you for the $2, love. Let me put a heart on there. Oh my God, Rhiannon. Yeah, Lady Who says that laser engravers are easy enough to get now. You know how they do the engraving in like a little piece of rice? This is weird. In the news, they collected shell casings. In the new, they all had the same messages. You talk about is it John Q? We talked about it yesterday. I forgot what it was. The words were written in marker? John Q. Yes, it was John Q. It was Denzel Washington, if I remember correctly. Guys, but like, oh my God. So again, this below are the photos of a person of interest wanted for questioning regarding the Midtown Manhattan homicide on December 4th. This does not appear to be a random act of violence. All indications are that it was a premeditated, targeted attack. He appeared to be waiting for his intended target. The suspect was lying in wait for several minutes. And we saw the video, by the way. I got a fucking YouTube. Sorry, YouTube, but I am pissed off at you. I did try to appeal and they denied my appeal, even though based on their own rules, it doesn't violate the community guidelines. So it led me to have a warning. So I have to be careful. Now, what I upload. I've been doing pretty good since I've had my channel, so I've never had an issue. But apparently the uploading, and there's other channels that uploaded the same video and didn't have an issue apparently, but we did. Okay, so the suspect was lying in wait for several minutes outside of the New York Hilton Midtown Hotel before Thompson, who was there for an annual investor conference. He was there for an annual investor conference. Arrived. NYPD Police Commissioner Jessica said during a press conference, we saw that press conference. As Thompson was walking into the hotel, the suspect approached him from behind and fired. Yeah, the way he had a silencer on this gun, okay? He had a silencer on the gun. And apparently the guy's just walking. There's a witness that's there. She's just whoever this witness is. And it happened so early in the morning and there was a lot of traffic. Okay. And he shoots. You could see Brian when he gets shot from behind. He turns around and I think he got a look at the person, the masked individual that shot him. You could see that he looks, he turns around, then he shoots him again. Okay. And then he like walks out to the road. There's traffic. I'm assuming that traffic saw what was going on because you had some people break at that time. And then he just bolted, he left out of the scene, you know? Um I know, warning. Weren't they supposed to merge to another company, United Healthcare? That's what I thought. That's a man, very good looking one, says kisses. There's an email sent out to all the CEOs of the hospitals. We have armed officers at our hospitals as of last night. This is crazy. Really, Sylvia? Um, I mean, it seems to me that it's a targeted thing, you know? You think, yeah, this is a revenge case somehow? Oh my gosh. Let me look at your comments. That you see, you said I think it was a widow whose spouse was denied. It was somebody. I had United Health as a student in the US, never went to the doctor because I didn't want to copay out of my ass. Got to get ready for those little chunky. I'm listening while I'm running. Shout out to you, Pika. Do you think that he's going after other insurance CEOs? I mean, what Tinkletots was saying yesterday is that United has like a high rate of denial of their claims. So it wouldn't surprise me. Um you heard it was engraved with black Sharpie? Oh, look at Steve. Investors conference equals a bunch of complete criminals playing games with people's lives. I mean, that's what it sounds like. So he had a silencer on. But see, the witness, if it's a silencer, you could still hear the noise. The witness saw what they saw. They saw the person pull the gun and shoot. The witness is lucky that they did not get shot at, because I was like, the witness ran, right? But they're lucky. Like, they're lucky. Witness ran off and they're still looking for another cab. Bro, so the witness has not been identified? I would be scared to be a witness. I mean, you just don't know. Don't you think like this is some scary ass shit, you know? You said the DOJ was intervening in that merge, right? Because there was the investigation and then there was this lawsuit that was happening too. He appears the assailant appears he slept in the shelter and then vanished against in the park, right? Because he like ran to Central Park, or not even ran, he got on like a bike or something. This is just, I don't even know. You said a second investor commented, and I work in a corporate healthcare. We have a lot. Shout out to you guys, because I know like yesterday we were talking about this, and um there are people that work either in hospitals here or in the healthcare field. This is scary. You think the guy seems like a professional? He knew to track down this guy. Heck no, I wouldn't want to come forward. I wouldn't want to come forward if I saw. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, let me be very clear. The the way Brian Thompson was shot. I'm sorry, y'all. I would be scared. It was a targeted attack. It seemed like a professional. And even in the press conference, they said that the person that shot knew how and what was going on. I wonder if the shooter wanted to be caught. Silencer knew where he would be at, but he gets away on a tracked city bike. Ain't that weird? Because like in order for you to get a city bike, don't you need, like we talked about this yesterday? You need like a debit card or online thing or an app. They have a 30% denial rate compared to all other healthcare companies. You know what, Evening Star? That's a good point. And that's a good question. I'm wondering, do y'all think that he acted alone? I don't think so. There's no way. I don't think he acted alone. There is no way. I don't know. Like, it seemed very coordinated. I have United Healthcare this past week. I was already admitted in a different hospital, and UH made me get transferred to one of their hospitals via ambulance rather than let me stay where I was at. And you know what, Melissa? You know how much you're going to pay for that transfer for riding on a fucking ambulance? Mm-mm. That's the scary part, is that y'all are made like thank God. Listen, where's the wood? Listen, I've never had to take an ambulance for anything. I've had multiple surgeries. I've had different things happen to me and stuff like that. I had United Healthcare for 10 years as one of my work insurance. And yeah, they were a pain in the ass and they were expensive. Like we had it for family insurance. But the thing is like, what other options are there? Like, insurance is so expensive. What wouldn't you pay? You know, what don't you want to pay? The dude knew his schedule, right? NYPD is unreal. Remember the shooter on the train a few years back? They couldn't catch him either. Apparently, you can shoot people and get away with it in NYC. It's pathetic. I don't know how that happens. You can have all kinds of, you know, you can do all kinds of things like that and not get caught. Could be a stolen car access for the bike, right? Iron Rabbit. Um, it definitely was planned. Maybe he was a sick child relative who died. He has. They too, like parents. You know what this reminds me of? Y'all remember the movie Saw? Wasn't like the main character, didn't he have like cancer or something like that? And he was trying to teach people like a lesson so that they would appreciate their lives. Some sick way of, and then he like chained them and it just but he's dying of cancer. Kind of like it's so weird in my mind not to go to like these crazy ass movies, cuz this is the shell casing has engraving. Who does that if it wasn't for a message? Yeah, and he was able to track down the guy. I'm not coming forward. He's just a fall guy. Multiple people involved. I'm just wondering. My guess is that he didn't act alone. Right. Like he didn't act alone. It's something deeper than that. You said the ambulance brought me home with Humana and they sent an ambulance to bring me home. $270. I switched to United Health and I love them. My condolences to his family. That's the sad part, is like some folks don't feel shout out to you, but some folks don't feel like, they feel like, yo, I hate to put it this way, but people have said to me like, Rabbit, this is like, can you imagine how many, he's the CEO, he's been the CEO for since 2000. No, he became the CEO in 2021, but he had been with United Healthcare since 2004. You know how many denials he sat there and approved, or what he might have been part of? We're assuming that his position got him killed. We really don't know, right? It's a lot of speculation. A lot. But especially now that you know that the shell casing has this kind of engraving. This shit is off. I feel for him because I don't want that to happen to anybody, right? He's a family man. But how many denials? How many things? How many people have lost a family man because insurance denied their claim? Is that weird to say it that way? It's just weird. But some of y'all were pointing this out yesterday. Motive, who stands to gain? Hmm? No, tu mama, no. Are you kidding me? Anyone hear about the tsunami warning in California? Earthquake 7.3 magnitude? That's not a little earthquake. That's a big earthquake. That's what I'm saying. It's like, thank you for saying this because it's the truth. Like, think about it. Yes, this man lost a family, but the scary part is that they're sitting there denying claims of other family mans and then they die. Like, it's just weird. If this were a movie, the casing would be a red herring to imply it's work related when it's personal. That's what I'm saying. That's y'all, 2024 is just too much. Let's keep reading this article and we'll look into this earthquake that you guys are talking about. As Thompson was walking into the hotel, the suspect approached him from behind and fired several rounds, striking him at least once in the back and at least once in the right calf. During the shooting, the gun jammed several times, but the gunman was able to unjam it and continue firing his shots. Okay, so this is what was said on the press conference. After the shooting, Thompson, the suspect, after the shooting, Thompson, who wrote this? The suspect fled the scene on foot through an alley before riding off on a bike. The suspect was wearing dark clothes and a mask. Well, and he had like a gray white backpack and appeared to wait for his intended target. So, a highly respected colleague, Thompson was 50, a husband and a father of 2 children. So he joined United Health in 2004 and held several leadership positions before becoming CEO in 2021. So before joining United Health Group, he was a CPA and at an accounting firm and a manager where he did a lot of audit practices. He received a bachelor's degree in business administration and accounting from the University of Iowa in 1997. So they're saying that he was a highly respected colleague. We're working closely with the New York Police Department and ask for your patience. A motive is unclear. Really? Just seems like there's a lot of motive. What do you mean? That's what they're saying. Okay. His gun didn't jam. Dana, I'm reading the article. If it's wrong, I'll correct it, okay? Like, chill out with the exclamation points, girl. Like, I'm reading the article. Thank you. Shout out to you. My work is in the tsunami zone. Be careful, Sean. Yeah, y'all drop some hearts for our Californians. Y'all be careful. My goodness. Just my opinion. Had to get to hiding places at parks to change clothing and looks. He left the park looking like a different person. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Itzel. Well, they're saying that it didn't. I mean, the lady's over here yelling with exclamation points. I'm like, chill. Right. They're saying they're saying it, but they are mainstream media, which is why we're here. We're talking about the article. The couple were separated for quite a while. This doesn't look good for her, Two Seeker says. I see darker features than Jake Gyllenhaal. Oh my god, y'all are still stuck on Jake Gyllenhaal. He looks young. He does look pretty young. But they're all businessmen. Just like I said, none of the higher ups or CEOs or stockholders are ex-hospital workers. You know, I'm just wondering, like, the people that actually have to give this messaging to families that their claims have been denied, like, that's rough. Let's look into the motive. Okay, Kathy, shout out to Kathy, says they downgraded the earthquake to 7. There could be a massive tsunami. Glad it's not in SoCal. When was the last time there was a tsunami in Cali? We're going to look into this. Lord have mercy. What is going on? The definition of an assassination is the murder of a public figure. LOL. That's what I thought too. I thought they said assailant was proficient. That's what they said, Rhiannon, at the press conference, because he was able to clear the jam. I remember this part. But hey, I'm just reading the article, y'all. I'm just saying, I'm reading the article. Okay, we're going to look into this here in a minute. Let's look into the motive, and then I want us to switch over to Cali because everybody's talking about Cali. So the motive for the shooting is still a mystery, and police are still searching for the killer. His wife, Paulette Thompson, told NBC News that he was facing threats. So they knew about these threats. There have been some threats. Basically, I don't know, a lack of coverage. Okay. I don't know the details. I just know that he said that there were some people that had been threatening him. lack of coverage. Do you think that Brian Thompson knew his killer? Surveillance video shows the suspect entering Central Park, and a cell phone was found in the alley. Every indication of a preliminary investigation is that the shooting of Thompson was a premeditated, pre-planned. We read this. A photo of the person of interest was released by the New York PD. So they're offering 10,000. Do you guys think maybe we should do a poll? This is just creepy. The guy's literally smiling. Okay. Yo, let's look into this, but let me do a quick little poll. I'm kind of wondering, do you feel Brian knew his killer? Go vote. Let me know. While you're voting, please hit that like button. Thank you, guys. Vicky says, yes, I believe he did. Maybe not on a personal level, but he did some research on him and his motive. Hi, Sammy. Hi, everybody coming through. Shout out to you guys. You know, Smooth Steve, that's a good point. Like, Smooth Steve, your comment, hold up. Smooth Steve said, okay, 10,000 for a man that's worth like a lot of money? Really? Hold up. What was his salary? That's a great question. But Paulette said that there were denials. Hold up. What was that should be I don't think it's public information. See, I'm not the only one who's oh wow. I don't know if there's any actual truth to this, but this is what's being said that he was worth 10 million annually. Hey, just a tea, please. I've never made Smith is like, anybody make 10 million recently? Like, yo, do I have any people that have made at least 10 million in a year? I don't know what you would be doing in my chat. Y'all can own YouTube at this point. I know. No. Mm-mm. What are y'all doing in my chat if you've made 10 million? Come on now. No way. Let me know. If y'all are worth 10 million, I'm worth 10 million right here in my heart and in my mind. But I mean, that's motive though. That's a lot of money. Let me see what the poll says, and then we're gonna head over here to this news right here because everybody's talking about it. We got to talk about it. Shout out to all because I know I got a lot of people here in Cali. Vicky's like in my dreams. Okay, 82 votes. Do you feel that Brian knew his killer? 45% said yes. Can we get to 100 votes? I would hope that if you're worth 10 million, y'all wouldn't even be here. I'm just saying. Wow. So were they getting divorced? Oh shit. Chris, listen. We are wealthy in our minds, all right? Y'all, we are wealthy in our minds. Jen's like, I'm worth a bus 50. Shout out to you. No, but Truth Seeker, are they getting a divorce? It says you're wrong. I used to go to places like this and drop big bags on money on people. Why though? And I mean, I'm just curious. Shout out to you if you make 10 or more. Shout out to you. But I'm like, I just don't think that they would be. I mean, I don't know. There are really wealthy people in your chat. Shout out to yes, I have a lot of wealthy people because I love people. Because I love people. Shout out to the see. I mean, there's people out here that really love people. So shout out to y'all. That's what I'm saying. Wealth in my mind is here and here. Listen, I'm healthy. That's wealth. You got this guy over here who apparently has been targeted, like possibly for denying a claim. That's sad. That's really sad. So yeah, you're right. You're right. Health. being healthy is a lot of wealth, honestly. That's what I'm gonna say. I know. Thank you. I gotta be polite. Not really, but honestly, I'm rich in love. That's right. So I think we're all rich one way or another. If you're healthy, even if you're not, but if you're around people that love you and support you, it's a lot of wealth, y'all. It's more than people have in a lifetime. I don't make 10 million, but I watch YouTube 24/7 and drop my dirty corporate healthcare money on my favorite creators. Shout out to you. Y'all are amazing. I love to share. That's me. That's why I work at a hospital, because I care for people. Yeah. All right, y'all. We have to talk about this. That is true, Evening Star. That is true. Okay. Do I got people in Cali here? Shout out to my people in Cali. Honestly. Yo, this is, some of you guys said tsunami. Here we go. So, live magnitude 7.0 earthquake strikes Humboldt County. So, report tsunami warning being issued. Let me tell you something. A tsunami is no joke.
We had a situation in Santa Cruz. But right now, let's bring in the USGS, which is having a briefing. Let's listen in.
Can y'all hear the sound? Let me know.
For the future. So we do expect magnitude 5 or above in the next week in different probabilities, and this also will get updated.
Along the coast of Oregon or Northern California.
Great.
No,
Great. Thank you.
They are issuing a tsunami warning.
Hold on a second. I'm going to mute everybody here.
California, all.
Okay. Sorry about that. Bob and Christine, you'll need to unmute your lines again. Well, thank you for that, Christine. Bob, can you give us an update on what happened with Shake Alert here this afternoon?
Yes, and just to let people know, one thing that we're, of course, ultimately concerned about is human safety. We want to make sure everyone is safe, and we want to ensure that people know what to do if they feel shaking or if they get an alert, drop, cover, and hold on. And for this, we have the Shake Alert Earthquake Early Warning System. It was activated for this earthquake, and we see that alert deliveries occurred to cell phones as far north as Lincoln City, Oregon. So that's north of Corvallis, all the way into the Cascades region, and to the west, or to the east, excuse me, and then alert deliveries all the way south to Salinas in Central California. So this is what the West Coast Earthquake Early Warning System does, is it lets people know that shaking is coming from an earthquake. And so we know the system was activated. It actually performed as designed. And we're trying to get some updates about the extent of the alert deliveries that happened. But we're getting multiple reports on our social media channel at USGS_Shake Alert on X to find out what people actually experienced.
Okay, thank you very much, Bob. Just a reminder to keep your microphones on mute if you're not talking. But go ahead, and if there's anyone that has some questions, we're willing to take those now, but please do use the raise hand function and I'll call on you.
Wow, y'all. Tsunamis are scary, y'all.
All right, Hannah, it looks like that you're up. Are you able to unmute your mic?
Hi.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you so much. Hannah Hageman with the San Francisco Chronicle. So I just want to clarify a couple of things. It sounds like the 5.8 magnitude earthquake that was inland off the 101. Christine, am I right in that did this happen, or do we not know what the magnitude of that earthquake was?
So the magnitude was overestimated. So it was actually a much smaller event. The last I heard, it was reassessed as a 2.5. As the seismic waves from the 7 came in, there was a triggering for that event. It was a very small event. So the specific magnitude might get reassessed, but last I looked like 5 minutes ago, it was as a 2.5 for that. So we have one large shock, the magnitude 7 and all the other earthquakes, except one are under 4 after that.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Yes.
And then can I just really quick following up? You were mentioning a bit on the risk of aftershocks, Christine. Can you clarify what the situation is with that and how to communicate to people what we know about the risk of aftershocks?
So when there's a large event like this, there's disruption, and we do expect aftershocks. And the general trends are that the aftershocks will decrease in intensity, so how large they are, and their frequency, so how often they happen with time. Right now, we do an aftershock forecast that's on the page I shared in the chat. There's the aftershock forecast there. So, right now, as of now, for the next week, we can expect a 6% chance or so for magnitude 6 or larger. And as you go down to smaller magnitude, like 5 and above, the probability is closer to 40%. So, but the general concept is that earthquakes are expected following a large one, such as a 7. That's a major earthquake. They'll decrease in intensity and what people feel and in frequency over time. And our page gets updated regularly with the aftershock forecast, because as you can imagine, if we have a slightly larger one that follows very soon, it's going to change the pattern of expected aftershocks. So I hope this was clear enough.
Thank you. That's very helpful. Do we know anything about the origin of these earthquakes? I know that this large 7.0 is what I expect close to be to the Cascadia subduction zone. Can you speak at all to the origin of potentially?
Yeah, so this area is very seismically active. There's actually 3 large tectonic plates that connect there. So it is expected to have large earthquakes and at the confluence of those plates, that really where the stress goes and gets released through these earthquakes. So it's not surprising to have large earthquakes in this area. Magnitude 7 is quite large. But then again, this is one of the most seismically active area that we have on the West Coast.
Sorry, just to clarify specifically the Cascadia subduction zone you're speaking about.
Yes, there's 3 main plates, the Garda plate, the Pacific plate, and oh, that's embarrassing. 3 plates.
Oh my
I'm
God.
sorry about that. I will gather the proper information on the specific plates. But yes, it's the Cascadia subduction zone that ends in that area, and then you have the Pacific plate and the Garda plate there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Christine, and thank you for the question, Hannah. I just want to point out that we do have some information in the chat that will be useful for you in your reporting. There's the earthquake event page that you can click on and get different products in there. Again, I just want to remind you, if you have any questions, go ahead and use the raise hand function.
They're asking questions.
And I think what we're going to do is, if we're not getting a lot of questions right now, I think we're going to take a break and then come back in about 20 to 30 minutes, and we'll send out another email when we're ready to do that. So you guys can.
When was the last time, Rocks in a Box, when was the last time?
We were just listening in live to that press briefing from the USGS. We were hearing that one of the 2 earthquakes that we were paying close attention to had been downgraded inside, that being the smaller of the 2 earthquakes that was in the roughly the 5-point magnitude area. But again, the main concern is still the major powerful earthquake, 7.0, felt off the coast in the epicenter of Humboldt County. We are taking some live images right now. The left-hand side of your screen, you see folks finally leaving Pacifica Beach. There were surfers who were in the water, and we know that the Pacifica police are currently patrolling the coastline to try and get any onlookers, any surfers out of the water, because we expect some large waves could be rolling in the next 20 to 30 minutes or so. 12:10 is the forecasted time when we could expect to see some of those tsunami-associated waves hitting the San Francisco coastline. Because of that, the San Francisco Fire Department asking everyone to get at least 1 mile from the coast and at least 100 feet above sea level. We still are taking these live images, however, of seeing surfers trying to get some last-minute joy, riding those waves in the last minute. You know, we get that they are in there for the thrill of it, but things can get very dangerous. This is exactly what fire departments, police departments up and down the coast are asking folks not to do.
Do we still have that shot also of the cars trying to evacuate Pacifica? Because we want to show folks
That's crazy.
what's happening out there. So as you know, throughout different regions, there are people trying to drive away from the coastal areas. So what we saw there right here in Pacifica is folks on Highway 1 trying to leave the coastal area. And you can see just past those two on the beach, the woman with the dog, what's happening is the cars behind her, people are trying to get out. We're also seeing pictures like that coming in from Eureka, from various coastal places. You can see there are also official vehicles, sheriffs, police, directing people, trying to get people to evacuate. And that
Can I just ask a question? I'm putting her on mute real quick. Okay, so I'm trying. All right, I took a class. This was, oh my god, so many years ago, before I had my one of my requirement classes, right? And I took a class, and I remember, I'll never forget that I was watching. It was like a earth science type of class, and they had the footage because they had cameras of the tsunami that happened, the horrible tsunami. I can't remember whether it was in Japan or where it happened exactly, but it was a really bad tsunami. And you could see, literally, you know, when it's about to hit, because the water starts really leaving, like it just starts going in, and it's building up the waves that it needs to wave. Like there's no way of surviving a tsunami depending on the impact at such a horrible earthquake. So it's a scary thing to see happen. So I remember watching this video when it happened. I can't remember remember that. Yeah, it was I want to say, oh, is that the one in Sri Lanka? Probably. But it was really horrible. Everybody was on the coast. Everybody was doing what they're doing here. They were just, and then suddenly the waves didn't come back. Like the ocean basically pulled the wave all the way back, and it just hit. And the way that it hit, it literally sunk everything. Was it Sri Lanka? I can't even remember, y'all. It's been many years. There was one in Japan too, if I remember correctly. Now, one thing about Cali, one thing that I've always been traumatized about Cali, y'all, and I'm from Cali, the San Andreas fault, right? At some point, that is like, with this, you just never know. Y'all remember the San Andreas fault? What happened there? If you slap the water moves back and comes back as a large wave. Yeah, it's very scary. Was it Japan? So I'll never forget, it was like an earth science course that I took. And they actually had footage of like people trying to like leave and stuff like that. But when it actually hit, it literally pulled all the waves. You could see the fish, you could see the sea life, you could see everything out in the surface of the ocean. You could see everything. And then suddenly, once it did that, it went all the way out and it sunk a lot. Like this is scary. After I watched that video, I said, "Oh my god, tsunamis are just horrible."
Living along the ocean and in earthquake country, that we do have the potential that we could go under tsunami warning. So we're watching the water very closely. All of those folks in coastal communities, you know, I'm talking about those in Pacifica, you know, Half Moon Bay, Santa Cruz, even up in the North Bay, Stinson Beach, Bodega Bay. If you live in these areas close to the coast, you do want to move inland. Get inland a good 100 feet away from the water. And it's a really good idea right now as we're underneath just the beginning of the tsunami warning. Just make a plan with your family and friends. If something is to occur, set a meeting point somewhere that you guys can all get together. If we do see waves that do become higher in height. A really good idea, this third one, look for warning signs. If you begin to see along our coast, and of course, we have our network of cameras along the coast, and we're going to be watching this very closely. If we do start to see kind of a sudden draining of the ocean water along our coast, that's a very good sign that we'll likely see some increased wave heights coming our way. So just want to watch the water very closely. The big takeaway, if you live near the coast, you do want to move away, seek some higher ground until we get the all clear, because we did have a major earthquake. So what you're looking at right now is kind of the shaking intensity in the area. Where you see all those yellows and red dots off the coast of Eureka. That is where we had the 7.0 earthquake, guys.
Okay, Drew Tuma, thank you so much for those really important tips there. We're looking at some video on the right-hand side of your screen now from Humboldt County, very close, obviously, to the epicenter of the earthquake, 7.0 in magnitude that was felt just off the coastline. It appears that that is video of a bar, a restaurant, and you can see glass all over the floor. Now we want to bring in Carolyn Titus. She is a resident of Ferndale there in Humboldt County. Carolyn, can you hear us okay?
Look at that.
Hi there, Carolyn. It's Julian and Kristen from ABC 7 News here in San Francisco. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us. How are you doing? How are you feeling? And what did you feel as that earthquake rolled in about an hour ago?
It was a major one. It was definitely got our attention, but miraculously, I just did a walk down our historic Main Street, and there's not one plate glass window out, which is amazing for us.
That is amazing. But what we're looking at the video here, Caroline, and by the way, I should mention to our viewers that you are the former publisher of the Ferndale Enterprise, so you're very well aware of what we do here in the media and the information we're trying to get. So we appreciate you calling us. Is that video from your home, or is that a bar nearby in the downtown area you were speaking of?
Well, I can't see what's on your screen, but the Victorian Inn, which is over 130 years old across the street from our house, that's what happened there. That door, those huge doors, usually during a big one, that door seems to fall off the hinges. But just surveying all the storefronts, the grocery store, the liquor store, etc., it's just stuff off the shelves.
That's what we're seeing.
You know, it's amazing.
And it's like a bar with a lot of bottles and glass that fell and hit the floor. And so probably some destruction of property, but I don't see any structural. And that's what you're seeing in downtown, not really structural damage.
No structural. Okay. It's very calm. The sun is shining. It's a beautiful day. Everybody is going about their business. So I think we dodged a bullet.
Oh, okay. That's good to hear. And you're not hearing of any gas.
Let me show you guys. Shout out to Sylvia who sent me some pictures of Anaheim. This is what it looks like since 5 in the morning, you said? Since 5 a.m. Look at how it looks all like gloomy. I'm gonna try to open this on the browser. Look at this. This is what Anaheim looks like right now. That's not Cali. It's just off. You know what? I think it was Tam, the Thailand earthquake, and then there was a tsunami that followed. You can only see the sky, but that's what it looks like. And Sylvia's 25 minutes from the ocean. That is, I mean, this is just a different kind of view. Now, hold up. Let's get to some of the reporting. This is just, it's just scary, y'all. Like, hold up, y'all.
Running to the children's center where all the kids were outside underneath a play structure, and the teacher was calming these toddlers down and singing the ABC song and did a terrific job. And so we are very lucky.
Fantastic. Caroline, on the right, we are now showing video that we got from Valley Grocery. That is a grocery store in Ferndale. I'm sure you're familiar with it. And what I'm seeing is a lot of boxes that have fallen off the shelves and are littering the aisles, so to speak. But again, I'm not seeing any destruction damage to the building itself or really
There's no
windows.
Structural damage.
Yes.
And it's kind of there's a wine meter as far as bottles falling off shelves. And when I walked in,
well, I mean, 7.0 earthquake, y'all. That's not a joke. I've been in a couple of Cali earthquakes. Those earthquakes are no joke. When we lived there, I mean, it's just I have some trauma from it, but literally, I just remember going to school and we had to like go under the desk when there was earthquakes. This is no it's no joke. And then to know that there's a tsunami that
The
follows.
small children are faring well there in Ferndale. Caroline, we've also been showing images of folks along the coastline trying to catch the view, trying to catch a last-minute wave. What would your advice be to the folks there who are perhaps not heeding the same advice as you are?
Well, we live 5 miles from the Pacific Ocean, and it's called the Lost Coast for a reason. It's not somewhere that you go surf or you go in the water. It's very rugged. So we're pretty self-reliant people up here, so we know what to do. And I doubt here in Ferndale there are people out at the beach. So, but I don't know that. I'm not out there. But
Right.
we're used to earthquakes.
Yes, as were are we. But here on our coastline, we are seeing some folks in the ocean
Look at the
even now. But
door.
Caroline, we thank you so much. Oh, by the way, there are, I don't know if those were the doors that you were referring to earlier, but we have new footage in of some doors from a restaurant or bar that looks like they've fallen off
Oh my
and
God,
got
y'all.
unhinged. But other than that, given that it was a 7.0, still seeing minimal, if you will, damage that's expected in the range of this kind of an earthquake. Caroline Titus, thank you so much.
Thank
Oh
you.
my gosh. All right, y'all. Guys, I do have to head out because I gotta go tend to baby bunny, y'all. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. I mean, shout out to you guys if you guys are in the area. Please stay safe. Go to higher ground. Just do that. Do what you got. Do all that safety stuff, you guys. I want to be able to see everybody in my chat when we go live again at some point tomorrow. So please stay safe, guys. Stay safe. Please, y'all put some prayers out for Cali and all the people there in the area. Sylvia, everybody, Sean, everybody out there, you guys stay safe, okay? Sending you guys good vibes. Make sure you guys are, safe. Just practice safety, y'all. Don't be going to the ocean right now. Please, please. Remove yourself from the area. Your life matters. This is important. And let this subside, okay? Let's not be stupid, okay? Y'all are amazing. I'll see you guys, okay? Shoot me a message. Let me know if you're in the area. I'm on Discord or email. Let me know if you guys are safe. If you want to send me pictures and I'll share it. But you guys have a good one, okay? Bye, guys.